Welcome back to My Tai Gaming and continuing our Union playthrough here. And yeah, end of the last episode, lost a little battle over here. Our forces are not looking great, but let's see how things play out this round. See, I did my best with what I had, but we lost the battle and are retreating. Shameful display. And I would say that's a pretty accurate representation of what happened. We have set up camps near Alexandria and are awaiting further orders. The food has been pretty bad lately, and I feel like it's starting to take a toll on my health. Oh, let's check this out. And we are still 97% health and fitness. 161. Yeah, I mean, it looks like we're doing good. We're on army provisions, don't really have money to do much else. So let's ignore that for the time being. It looks like there's a treaty with the Choctaw and the Chickasaws between them and the Confederacy. That's out west, doesn't really concern us much. Camp life starts to get boring. Endless drill and inspections. No action. Well, yeah, that's kind of where we're at the moment. Confederacy calls for volunteers. 2-year contracts. So it looks like the South is getting more men. Just what I need to fight against. Looks like the 3rd and 4th Division are heading south to have some fun, as we continue to be bored in camp. Alright, we've got a siege combat. Your unit is engaged in a siege combat near Alexandria. Click on a unit symbol to open the battle statistics. You may also opt to support an assault in a council of war. Starts a playable field battle. Okay. Click on a unit symbol to open the battle statistics. Let's zoom in here and we'll open up our own. And assault, what does this carry? So we only have 6,000 men. I don't think we should be assaulting with 1 division. Which also makes me wonder, the second division's only 1,900. That makes sense. Okay. Let's see how this plays out as a siege battle. Let's see here. Crittenden Johnson resolution. So this was a last-ditch effort for the North to be reunited with another compromise. They would have just kicked the ball down the road. And, of course, it did not bring the Confederate States back into the Union. Looks like we do have a 2nd Division coming down, maybe to help us out. If I can see. So they have 11,000. That would definitely help our situation. Goody Two Shoes. It's good to feel important during such pivotal times in the world's history. Recently, you have been blessed with kind regards from the President himself, as a President's man accompanying you has provided His Excellency with most accurate information about your recent heroic deeds. Unfortunately, your subordinate seems to be jealous, or why else would they look so sour every time you mention the President's regards during every conversation, every day? Of course. I'm wondering if... hold on, let's see, I can't get... take a look at our... Yeah, can't look at the order of battle. But looks like we still have 300 men and we are still stable. 5th Division's also coming down with another 6,000. So this may end up being a pretty good engagement. The food's still been pretty bad. All right, we got some prestige for 2.5 for some casualties inflicted. Let me. We're broken and 276 men. We are engaged, and we are routed. Okay. Yeah, I think this is going to be a defeat for us. Now, the union's called for volunteers. 2-year contract, so hopefully we can add some men to our paltry regiment. Glorious victory at Aquila Landing. Ruggles surrenders. The Battle of Fort Aquila Landing was fought for 7 days between the 3rd Division, 12,000 men, and 13 guns, and the Confederate with some 50 troops. Major engagement there. I guess we got to take any good news where we can get it, right? All right, disaster at Alexandria. That's kind of how we figured this was going to go. Enemy suffered 393 casualties. We suffered 628. Yep, did my best with what I had, but we lost the battle and are retreating. We're down to 276 men. Might have to take a furlough to build this regiment back up. There were reports our brave military had won a victory in the Battle of Fort Aquila Landing. Good for us. So here are my thoughts right now. We are very low cohesion as a division. We are also at 281 men. I almost want to, let's see here, replenish unit. Total recruits needed, 700. Recruits available, 1840. But we'll receive reinforcements faster. With 281 men, I'm thinking this is what we go ahead and do. So we're going to replenish the unit. So while we are furloughed and we're back in Connecticut raising troops, I think I'm going to spend the 200 of our prestige and do some fundraising to increase our money by 500. And hopefully this will help fill out our regiment a little bit also. So let's do that. This is going to take, will it tell us? Finished in 13 days. All right. All right, looks like there was a victory at Culpeper Courthouse. The Federal 4th Division against Bonham's Division. Fairly evenly matched. And we won. Buell got some recognition there. We've seen Hardy and Buell come from the Western Theater to the east to get some acclaim. Cotton trade slows down. Demand in Europe increases. So it looks like the South is going with the King Cotton strategy, which I personally think was a mistake for the South, but it is what happened historically. I don't like that we're still panicked in Connecticut. That just doesn't seem right. All right, Trans-Mississippi Theater News. A battle fought at Wilson's Creek and the Confederacy won. Good for them in Missouri. Okay, so let's see here. Morale, 18.8%. Recovery, 17.5%. Looks like weekly. We are encamped and rallying on friendly territory. 3.8% minus for unhappy, +1 for medical treatment. The following units are unhappy with their commanders. Low fame and low leadership. Low leadership, you say? That's fair. We do not have high leadership. We are initiative and administration. We're also up to 432 troops. All right. Action accomplished. Your fundraising has ended a success. And now you have some more money for important Civil War things. Excellent. All right, let's see here. Military. So we have $572.69. Let's see here. Right now we have the Colt 1860 Army. We can definitely do better. But I don't think these actually... let's see here. Do they affect on-field performance? Okay. So Army binoculars doesn't, thus decreasing order delays. Whip initiates an instant reaction. For some, the instinct to work harder and faster. For others, fear. Cigars amidst the crack of musketry and booming of guns. Lighting a cigar slowly, puffing the smoke, will show your men they are in good hands. One can also wrap a few in a special orders dispatch to make sure it won't get lost. Okay. Those are what we have available. Right now we have the Family Bible, which I think we got to counteract secular. I'm not a... this time and place. I think we maybe get rid of the pocket flask and go for the cigar. Oh, unflinching. People have noted your personality changed recently. You are known to be cool as ice under pressure. It's like the stress of leadership, and battle doesn't affect you at all. Okay. Maybe we spruce up our hat. Yeah, let's go with the slouch black. With our collar, I think we maybe go with the traditional board epaulets. There we go. Let's get maybe some uniform. There we go. Plain horse. I'm not sure if this artillery horse lead artillery more efficiently. And these are a brigade command. So, okay. So the plain horse is basically for the infantry commander. Okay. I did just notice we moved above Judson Kill Calvary Kilpatrick. Let's see here. Dragoon Saber. The Model 1833 Dragoon Saber was manufactured in limited numbers for the 1st and 2nd U.S. Dragoons and was used mainly in the Indian Wars and Mexican War. So it doesn't look like these affect... Oh, Winfield Scott's sword. It doesn't look like they affect gameplay at all. It'd be nice if they did. We can... Oh, hold on. We can throw a party. Spend money and throw a party for your fellow officers. It'll earn you 250 prestige. Or leverage. Your friend knows the president intimately. With some economical encouragement, we let him speak in your favor for the president to increase your personal prestige. Let's go ahead and play this card and see how that goes. Another action is currently being executed. Wait for this one to be finished. Okay. So this one will take 20 days. I recently purchased uniform trousers. Money well spent. We were ordered to guard our capital. Although it seems to be an honorable task, I wonder if I might see combat in the near future. I mean, we are the 1st Division of the Army, so hopefully. Disaster at Aldi. The Department of Pennsylvania fleeing in panic. Looks like about 12,000 of our boys went up against 27,000 men in the Army of Shenandoah. And I think rightfully whipped. Disaster at Leesburg. Once again, the Department of Pennsylvania with 1 troop. And 1 guy was manning 5 guns. Did not defeat the 16,000 Confederates for 23 hours. That's kind of silly. does appear the 1st Division has moved out. I'm actually not certain if we are still furloughed. I think we are. Yeah, 30 days. So we will not fight in this upcoming engagement. We are all the way up to 843 men, so we are recovering nicely. And a glorious victory that we missed out on. 18,000 Federals against 12,000 Confederates. 1,600 casualties. Good for our fellow division mates. Action accomplished. It paid off handsomely. The president became aware of your deeds, and your name is now known all around the political circles. Your prestige has greatly increased. So that brought us up, that $250 investment brought us to 1,100 prestige. We can actually influence promotion at this point, which would bring us to Colonel. Let me see our actions here, just to make sure we're spending that correctly. Reassurance. Lately, you've seen too many incidents and you're unsure about your future as an officer. Seek reassurance to decrease your chances for further incidences. Reconcile. I don't think we need to reconcile. Political compromise. Decreases extreme political views and fame. And fat camp. You will have lost 40 pounds. I don't think we can afford to lose 40 pounds. Yeah, we're only 163 pounds. We'd be wasting away. So yes, let's get our promotion. And I guess that'll happen at some point, because right now we are still a lieutenant colonel. So yeah, the Army won a battle while we were on furlough, and we're going to get a promotion for it. All right, congratulations. You have now been promoted to Colonel. You can now apply for commands of the following units: Regiment, Brigade, Division. Okay, let's take a look at our options here. So we're just shy of being able to take our division. We could take a look at Burnside's division, Porter's division, or no, excuse me, Brigade. Rifled musket. Yeah, I mean, with us reconstituting the 1st Connecticut here, I kind of want to take over. Got Hall rifles in there, 3-inch ordnance. Yeah, I kind of want to wait till we get 6 more prestige and then take command from Keyes, Colonel Erasmus D. Keyes, and take over our division. So let's do that. Let's make that our next priority. Disaster at Harper's Ferry. Federal Department of Washington with some 13,000 men against the Confederate Army of the Potomac with 16,000, and we lost. All right, looks like we have moved towards Manassas. We're marching westward. We're still 23 days out. And the Union is now up to 3-year contracts. So there should be even more men available for reinforcing. Looks like it's just going to be the Department of Virginia engaged. The 1st Division's marching up here towards, is this Leesburg? Yeah, Leesburg. I really hope we're not going to take on the Army of the Potomac alone. But there was another disaster at Warrenton, the Federal Department of Virginia with 5,000 troops against the Army of Shenandoah with 11,000 troops. Yeah. Joe Johnson is not going to lose a battle. He outnumbers you 2-1. The Confederacy has extended to 3-year contracts, so going tit for tat on how long we expect this war to last. The U.S. warns Europe not to intervene. Okay, so is this going to be the Union blockade? So Europe should not get around the Union blockade of the South. The Anaconda Plan. Victory at Martinsburg. Army of the Potomac in retreat. Federal Department of Pennsylvania with 34,000 troops has defeated the Confederate Army of the Potomac with 16,000. Good for our boys. opinionated. You have radical views, and you seldom keep them to yourself. Your commanding officer, Colonel Keyes, is more moderate in his political views, and he seems to be very annoyed with your openly presented opinions, that he feels hurt the unity within his unit. Grudge between the two of you is increasing. Well, in 6 prestige, we will take his position, so I'm not going to worry about it. Disaster at Culpeper Courthouse. The Federal 4th Division with 11,000 men faced off against Bonham's Division with 25,000? Yes. Did not realize Bonham's Division would get so large. Okay. We have an engagement. The Army of Shenandoah is in contact with the 2nd Division of the Army in Northeastern Virginia. We are 41 hours out. So let's see if we actually even get to engage in this battle. We would come in outnumbered about 5,000. Okay, so we're coming into this battle. Looks like the initial forces have gathered over one of the objectives. We're way over here at Rock Creek. I'm not recognizing this field of battle. It says Fairfax Courthouse. Okay. At least it's not the Manassas battlefield map. We're coming into this battle at Nervous, so I'm going to start with a rally command, and let's see what our initial orders are. We are to defend this location. All right. We're going to be on the rear of the line, and that gave us enough prestige. I don't think this battle I'm going to spend prestige on taking command of other units, because at the end of this battle, no matter what, we can take command of our brigade and get Erasmus Keyes off our back. All right, it is now the beginning of day 2. There was no action on day 1. We have improved our morale up to what I believe is the maximum of 59% for this battle. We've also moved from this hill over across the river. The rest of our forces are still guarding that objective, and we are on the defensive. Which means I really wish we were headed towards the other objective to join with our forces, but we'll see what happens today. Colonel, the 2nd Division is under attack by the enemy. My brigade is on the march to support our boys. Take your regiment and move to the stated position as quickly as possible. All right, where's that position? Looks like where the Southerners are. Looks like they've taken that southern objective, and we're to hit them basically in the rear. Okay, so let's go ahead and take back command of our unit here and get the right facing. And I'm going to set up for the very corner of this field. And let's get over there. All right, looks like we're heading into position at the lead of the column. Looks like there were some breastworks built. I hope there's not still occupied. Just taking a gander at our enemies. They've got a few regiments left, maybe one brigade. I've seen, let's see here, Hawes in command. I saw Cooper pop up for a minute. Looks like they're... Maybe I can take advantage of these fortifications here. Let's do that, actually. Yeah, let me set up right here. And let's double time it. I don't want to get caught up. Actually, let's go just a hair over. Oh, deploy to engage. Okay, so it doesn't matter. I think setting up right here is going to be our best bet. But let's get into position. Looks like we're going to start to fire on... Yep, we're starting to fire immediately. Like this. Hopefully just our weight can... Morale's back down to stable. Cut off from commander. We went too far in advance. That's fine. we'll sit it stable and just pepper these guys from our newly found entrenchment and rack up some points. Does look like they're moving just out of range. Maybe we advance to this fence line. See if I can use cover all the way. Good, good. I mean, even here, let's kind of detach some skirmishers and send them off against artillery. I want to hit that artillery, guys, please. My first objective. Second South Carolina battery, and then Staunton artillery. If we can drive off their artillery, we'll be in a good shape. Like, Second Virginia is over here. Where, pray told? Oh. Deploy to engage. I engaged. And I think we're better off for me engaging. We caused a rout. Driving off the first set of guns. Let's go ahead and advance and see if we can drive off that second set. Staunton artillery here. If the regiment's fire can bring down this artillery quickly. And then maybe we take on 2nd Virginia and whatever regiment was back here. Alright, got some good casualties. Who is this? 5th Virginia. Alright. Looks like the Confederacy's just leaving this as they drive that initial Union force off. Probably me routing these couple units is about all that's actually keeping us in the fight. It would be very nice if our Union forces back here might engage. Looks like there's some Michiganders coming up on my right. It's only taken 4 casualties. Looks like they are beginning to waver. 5 casualties. And we routed them. Perfect. Yes. Against the fence line here. I might even... Yeah, let's send some skirmishers to take over that artillery. And yeah, our prestige is going up nicely in this battle. Couple routes, 2 combat zones reached, 17 casualties inflicted, and we're able to fire on the 2nd Virginia over here. 7 total casualties. Where are you guys going? Yeah, they still aren't coming back yet. Alright, so it looks like they were driven off. Let's fire in that direction, if you please. Wish it would tell you what artillery... They took one casualty and fled. Me, oh me, oh me. Yeah, with Rasmus Key's nowhere close to us, I don't know that I can improve this. I'll add the rally command. Let me move our boys to drive these guys off again. And then maybe advance to that fence line to drive off the 5th Virginia. I've only taken 10 casualties. I don't think that's bad at all in this situation. +7. Beautiful. Alright. Let's move against this fence line. Okay. Moving in the right direction on morale. Engage at will. Colonel, as your regiment is deployed and in contact with the enemy, continue the engagement at will using your own discretion. break the enemy's line and whip them. That is my plan. We're going to pour fire into this 5th Virginia. And they have a creek. 25 casualties. Alright, let's keep up the... Because these guys are firing into them also. There they go. One more round. Oh, we don't get the route. Alright. That's fine. All right, we're running low on ammunition. Oh, I was gonna go take this objective. Alright, let me fall back here as quickly as we can. Let's double time that. With this force moving forward, I'd rather be in entrenchments than not. I've now taken 30 casualties. I am assuming we've inflicted more than that, but we'll find out at the end of the battle. I'm going to sit behind this breastworks and see what comes next for us. With the South in charge of both objectives, I think we are now, we're having to attack. It is a minor defeat. It's like 800 Confederate casualties and about 600 Union. Wish we had headed towards that first force sooner. If I had the brigade with me, I wouldn't mind taking out this. Well, that's a little bit bigger than I saw them. Oh, those are skirmishers. Count and Van Dorn. Okay. South Carolina, Georgia, Florida. Georgia. Wise Artillery and Rockbridge. And those are the guys we routed, so they're not doing so hot. Yeah, if I had command of a brigade, I would be going after this right now. But I don't really want to spend the prestige, because we're going to spend a lot of it to take command of the brigade. Let's see what happens at the end of this day. Okay, so we come back day 3 of the Battle of Fairfax Courthouse. South got really close to our lines, built another line of breastworks right over here. So we're going to have to take that. What other changes? Looks like they turned... Maybe, no, that force is facing away. So yeah, most of their forces are still over here. This looks like it was the force that was over this objective. Otherwise, it doesn't look like our forces have done much. So we're still sitting here, still laying down. Let's see how this battle plays out for a moment. Looks like they just immediately drove off the 79th New York and the 69th New York. These guys are not going to last long there. 1st Maine and 3rd Michigan and Massachusetts and 2nd Maine. Remember my state abbreviations. Yeah, we're just going to lay down and not say anything. We're not even here. Morale is now... Oh, there's routed units around, so our morale went down. Okay. I think I can rally the troops a bit and see if that helps. Basic rally value is plus 17%. But that routed units value of negative 47% definitely did not help. Looks like the cap has gone up to 60%, so that's something. I wonder if I send some skirmishers out, maybe to face the detachment over here. At least so we're doing something, maybe. Yeah, let's get these boys over here. Out of the line of fire, since they're going to start nervous. Yeah, they can fire into McCowan's detachment. Let's see how that goes. Alright, let's rise up with our... Oh, why we called skirmishers. Stop laying down, boys. Let's actually fire in to the detachment. We do have some artillery to our left, but yeah, no other support this far in. these guys move forward, we're going to have to fall back in a hurry. But I like our current position. Looks like the 2nd South Carolina battery has been driven off one more time. And we don't get the route. Okay. So up to 45 casualties now. Let me go ahead and lay back down. McCowan sent another detachment. I'm going to detach... Well, I can't, because we're engaged. As soon as we drive these guys off, it should hopefully be pretty quick. Maybe send out another spot of skirmishers to come around along this area over here and fire into the actual regiments. Okay, looks like the 27th Georgia, which I guess is McCowan's brigade, is advancing on us. We still have the better position with the breastworks. Might take some casualties here, but we're also almost out of ammunition. Okay, finally some support coming up. Looks like we've got 69th New York's back. Yeah, so that brigade that was sitting next to us has come up to the entrenchments. Does appear that the Confederacy is bringing forth more troops over here on our left. Is not good. We're going to have to pull back here shortly. Keyes is playing very, very, very passively. Who is this that's got our flag? Oh, 3rd Michigan. Okay, these guys are staying over there. We're going to keep firing. We've got 5 rounds left, and then we will pull back. Well, okay. So these guys are pulling back. 2nd Brigade, 1st Brigade. We're still engaged with 12th South Carolina. Okay, we'll put some rounds into the 12th South Carolina. I don't think we're in major threat right now. Maybe I should get square formation because I see cavalry over to my left, just ready to hit. And we're still putting in some lead into the Union. But yeah, the rest. Oh, who is this? Okay, some Maine boys. Keyes is not advancing the rest of his brigade. And we've got 22nd Virginia coming up, who we're currently firing into. And they are able to fire into us. Alright, let's go ahead and pull back. I try to bring the boys back, and we get routed in the process. I guess our cohesion was pretty low already, or our morale. We are exhausted. Yeah, we will sit back the rest of the battle and watch probably the Confederacy crush our forces. And we're not taking advantage of fence lines or anything, which actually the South is. They're on a fence line back here. They built the fortifications here, and they're this is, I'm assuming, their old fortification that they're advancing towards. We're back here on the hill, next to the division commander. Panicked. Go ahead and issue some rally command. We're at 15%, and every hour changing by 24%. Okay. And fighting spirit's 61%. So I guess fighting spirit increases with experience, because we are now battle experienced. We got that 2nd star. Our cohesion's recovering. Let me go ahead and face the enemy, and we'll see if anything else happens. Pull out for the strategic look. Looks like the that 1st division has got maybe 6 regiments left. They're set up on our left. We seem to be moving towards the Confederate breastworks, but they're doing very good job of staying on fence lines. I don't see us driving them off this very easily. Yeah, we're advancing a regiment at a time and getting driven off. Very poor command for the Union Army is what I can tell, because the Confederacy seems to be moving brigades at a time. They may only advance maybe 1 or 2 regiments for an attack, but they are at least keeping brigades more together. They're advancing them, and they're holding defensive positions, which even our forces up here, there's a fence line right in front of them, and they're not taking advantage of it. So I think that's just maybe reflecting not bad AI, but bad leadership with McDowell and Hunter and Porter and Tyler and who else am I missing here? I'm not going to say Sherman. He's actually trying to do something right now, it looks like. Yeah, we are rapidly approaching minor defeat. Okay, we're at day 4. So we have a few more rounds of ammunition to sling at the Confederates. Keyes still is hanging on the river right here. Does look like the South has consolidated their position. So their 4 brigades are now facing our little division here. I think I'm going to advance to the water, to this creek, just to support Keyes in the 2nd Connecticut, but I'm not going to do much more than that. I actually think this battle's going to be over pretty quickly. I think there's going to be some routes over here, and it's going to be done. So I've sent out some skirmishers to just pepper some of their artillery. The South has moved 1 regiment to the far right of their line. We do have some troops over there, so I think they were just extending to match ours. This is the area of some movement. I think it's still Sherman advancing, and he is not doing wonderfully. Kind of just waiting for this one in. It does look like everybody's pulling back. If the Confederates start to advance at all, then I will pull my forces out just as quickly. But we are well rested and with intact cohesion, confident on morale. So I'm not overly concerned about being able to fall back if the Confederates move forward. Okay, it does appear the South is on the move, so I've ordered our regiment to head back to whence we came. It does look like there's some bunch of artillery that's just sitting here waiting to be grabbed by the Union. Once we get on that road, yeah, we'll be well ahead of any Union Confederate pursuers. We march away in good order. Took 100 casualties. Could have been worse. Prestige-wise, we got 80 for casualties inflicted. Got 2 routes in there. 2 combat zones reached. I believe it's -10 per route, so they routed us twice at some point. I only saw the 1. Maybe it's counting our skirmishers routing. Yeah, we're going to catch up with the other Union regiments fleeing here. I really hope it doesn't make me go all the way to the end of the day, but we will see. I'm not going to make you watch the pursuit. Okay, defeat. So this one worked properly. And that just means we've got to run a 36-minute timer out as we continue to fall back. All right, so we gained a total of 150 prestige. We were looking for 6. So we did very well there. I want to, let's continue. Let's inspect the battlefield. See how we did. Union, yes. 1st Division, 1st Brigade. We are 1st Connecticut Infantry here. This is condition report. Low ammunition. That's fine. Combat overview. We have a 2-star. We have 3 months remaining in our contract. Fighting spirits, about average. Training, right on par. Readiness, right on par. We are tied with the Washington Grays for the 2nd best unit in the brigade. Let's see here. We're definitely the strongest of the brigades. We lost 100. 2nd Maine lost 101, which is not great. We lost 12%. Let's see here. 4,714 is the number of engagements. We caused 163 casualties. So 100 loss and 163 inflicted. We are the 10th commander. Administration and initiative far exceeds any of our competitors. Fame is also. Let me actually go up 1 level. Keys. So we are better. Not better fame, but better initiative and admin than him. So I think that's how I'm going to justify us going ahead. He's the worst commander in the division. That's our justification for replacing him. Okay, back on the map. See how the withdrawal goes here. You can definitely say that we did our best. We're drawing towards Washington. It's damn cold today, but thankfully we can put up fires in the camp to get warm. It's really cold and my bones are freezing. We are completely exhausted after marching all day. Okay. And, all right, looks like we have arrived. We've been ordered to march to the southeast. I see a lot of routing. Army of Shenandoah is here. Perhaps. With what appears to be 12,000 strength. We're going to need more than just the 1st Division. Looks like Lieutenant Colonel Garfield. So I was just going to look at that Garfield fellow. Just noticed that Irving McDowell has been wounded. David Hunter's wounded. Gorman, Charles Graham, Palmer, and Ward are all missing in action. Let's see here. Not sure what is checked. That doesn't allow me to see Garfield. And with that, let's go ahead and pull back up the 1st Division under Robert Shinnick. And let us take command of the 1st Brigade, the 1st Division. This will cost 351 prestige. We're good there. Be aware that resentments of its former commander, Colonel Keyes, towards you may rise. Totally fine. We are in Brigade Command. Looks like Zook. Okay, Zook took command of our former regiment. 2nd Connecticut's looking good. 3rd Connecticut. It's October. I'm gonna say if it reaches December, I'm gonna send everybody on furlough. I like our weapons. Only 2 cannons in the 1st Troop Washington Grays. Okay. So that is the end of the battle. Come back to you with another episode sooner than this last one. But we are now in command of a entire brigade. Thank you for joining us. This has been My Tai Gaming.